Months ago, I picked up this 2000 Honda Civic EK Coupe with flawless paint and a JDM K24 A-swap with the goal of selling this car for a profit. The only problem is the K-swap was entirely unfinished, so I've spent the last 6 or 7 months finishing the swap, getting it dyno tuned, and getting it ready for a new owner. Today's video was actually filmed before I had the electrical issues in the last episode, so it's a little bit out of order, but bear with me because today we are installing some car parts that I think you guys and whoever the new owner of the vehicle is going to be extremely excited about. And lastly, if you want to pick up any of the items that I'm installing in today's video for your own project or a friend's or a family member's project, if you want to be that homie, there will be affiliate links in the description down below. I do earn a small commission on every purchase made through those links. Thank you guys if you choose to support the channel in this way, and let's get started. I'm Boosted John, and today I'm installing about $1,000 in Acuity mods on the K24 swap EK Coupe project car flip car. Now, I've worked with Acuity before on my 8th gen, and since I finally have another K series on the channel, I figured what a perfect opportunity to collaborate with Acuity again. They sent out just about everything I needed to overhaul this entire shifter and engine setup, including their 2-way adjustable short shifter for an RSX base, an RSX base adapter, their black fuel rail, and their shifter cable bushings. Not to mention an anodized black Poco shift knob with the shift collar, and a little turbo charm. Not because this car is turbo, but because I'm Boosted John, and I want to leave my little touch on this thing when I sell it to the next person. With that being said, let me take you guys into the car, show you what we're working with now. This is going to be a little bit of a doozy of an install, because I have some fabricating to do to make this work. You won't. You most likely will not, but because of the actions of a previous owner of this vehicle, don't know who, I'm going to have some fabricating to do. Anyway, check this out. We are working with what I believe to be RSX base model shifter cables. They're running stock bushings, which are definitely old and clapped out. And if we step inside the interior, we are working with a stock RSX base model shifter box and like a Skunk 2 weighted shift knob for like a, I don't know, like an 8th gen or whatever. This is one of the most aesthetically unpleasing parts of the entire car, which is why I'm so excited to be doing something about that today with this entire Acuity kit. And of course, lastly, we're gonna be swapping out this stock fuel rail, which looks incredibly ugly on this very cool engine bay, for Acuity's black billet one. Oh man, it's gonna look so nice, guys. I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna start disassembling. I'm gonna go ahead and just tear everything out of the interior that needs to come out, and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna have to be fabricating. It is so hot out today, and your boy runs hot because he's been hitting the gym, putting on some pounds and stuff. Tarps off it is. Thing number 2, I'm gonna do my best to be thorough on this install. If there are any like tricky parts, I think it's gonna be pretty dang straightforward. So I'll probably cruise through most of it. But if there's any tricky parts, I'll definitely let you guys know. Obviously step 1 is already complete since I already had the center console out, but you're gonna need to take the center console out, cup holders, get those out of the way. And then we gotta detach the cables from the box, both here and here. And then we gotta disconnect the box from the chassis. Mine is bolted in a super ghetto way, for lack of better words here. Quite literally, this is one of the most ghetto installs I've ever seen. Sorry, Javier, to throw you under the bus here, dude, but brother, whoa, this is pretty rough. Acuity has really nice like how-to guides on their website. I will definitely be reading the one for the base plate install because I want to make sure that I do that properly so that we don't end up with a really ghetto shifter mount. Dude, this is pissing me off. All right, that's one. John Angry, John Smash. There we go. All right, get rid of this pin, and that one's free. This just twists, comes out the side, and then this one, it looks like there's a like a circlip for, or whatever that's called. Yeah, that is no match for me. And cables are free. So now I can go ahead and unbolt the shifter assembly. Remember what this looks like, feels like, and sounds like. Because when we compare it to the Acuity one, I think you guys are gonna be like, what? Look at that. Obviously, cables are not being taken into consideration here, but still, dude, that's crazy. All right. Now, how the heck do I get these off of here? What the hell is a kilometer? All right, cool, so those are out. All right, we are 1 nut away from you guys getting to see my giant hole. Don't you comment pause. Don't be commenting pause. I said what I said, I meant it. I meant it. Right after we get past this last nut, I'm gonna show you guys my giant hole. All right, here goes. Time to reveal to you my giant hole. Ta-da! Yes, the previous owner decided to cut a hole in the floor for what appears to be no reason. I don't exactly know why this is here, but we're gonna go ahead and clean this up. I bought a little piece of sheet metal. We're gonna weld in and fill this hole. Yes, that is the plan. Will this carpet catch on fire? Gonna try to do my best to make sure that does not happen. Blue moving blanket carpet. Click like for upvote. All right, I think we're gonna be good like that. Nice little area to angle grinder, clean this all up. Try to fill these drill holes with some weld, and then we'll weld in a little piece of sheet. It's not gonna be quite as thick as the body or as the trans tunnel, but it'll do the job. I don't think I've started any fires yet, but I do have fire extinguishers nearby just in case. First hole filled. That's good stuff. Oh, nope, I did start a fire actually. This might not be the best material to be using for this, I guess. Holy shit. Carpet is saved though. This seems like a dangerous risk to be welding all this shit. All right, that's enough. We'll clean it up with a grinder, seal it up with some Honda Bond, and then we'll start mounting the shifter. I really don't want to start a fire in here, and that's gonna be that. I mean, it ain't perfect, but it's way better than it was, that's for sure. Next part, I believe, is taking this guy and smacking it right on there. Oh, they don't fit. So I gotta make the floor fit. That should be better. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I think this goes through, then I put a nut on it, then I put that on, then I put another nut on top of that. That's pretty good. Should be perfect after I bolt this down. Oh yeah. Oh dude, that's solid. Everything's gonna fit back up real nice. That's meant, boys. We can get the shifter mounted now. Hell yeah. I'm under the impression that yes, it is literally as easy as just bolting it in. I'm gonna go with, ooh. Yeah, wow, that gets really close to the... Oh dude, it hits the center console. Ooh, that's a big problem. Further back, eh? Yeah, dude, I have to go further back with it. So I have to flip this thing around, it looks like. Well, let's see what we can do here. So, this thing's reversible, apparently. So we can see how that fits. A little further back, eh? Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, sick. Let's bolt this thing down again. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's tight, but maybe if I shorten the throw a little bit, it won't hit. But let's get these cables put back in. I think it's gonna work. Clip. Oh my God. Dude, Acuity just is always out here absolutely knocking it out of the park with the shifters, guys. That's insane. I was worried that I was gonna be close to that. The throw is so short, it's not even close. That's so insane. Acuity, hats off, guys. I honestly like a slightly longer throwing shifter. Yeah, that's prime. Oh yeah, boys, that's so sick. I cannot wait to go bang some gears with this thing. That's so money, dude. Woo! Oh my God, I am a mess. I'm sweating. That was definitely a little bit more challenging of an install than I was anticipating. I guess I knew it was gonna be a little bit hard because I had to do something about that hole in the floor. Guys, that thing looks great. The before and after is insane. I'll show you guys what it looks like right after we install these engine bay bits. We have a fuel rail to do and the cable shifter bushings. So we're replacing this guy and we're replacing these two guys right here. They should be relatively quick. You know how it goes though. We'll see. Looking freaking awesome down there. I love the purple bits, I really do. Purple is like one of my favorite accents on a car. And now we are down to the last mod here from Acuity. I'm gonna go ahead and install this fuel rail. I'm very excited for this mod because this fuel rail looks gross and it's the first thing that you see, especially because I'm running this car with no hood for pretty much this entire ownership of mine. Let's get to it. All right, stage one, I'm gonna just unplug these injectors. All right, we're gonna have some leakage. All right, 12 mils, I believe. Dude, Acuity's anodized black is like the best anodization ever. It's so clean, dude. How do they do it? How do they do it? You want to torque these down to about 6.9 million Newton meters. I don't know what a Newton meter is or a kilometer because I bleed red, white, and blue, baby. So they're torqued. That's a problem. That doesn't reach. That is actually kind of a major problem. What do I do? Well, this works out. I actually happen to have Acuity's center feed line for my 8th gen that I have not installed yet, but it is going to work perfectly for this situation since my feed line is not long enough to reach. I'll go ahead and slap this on the center feed location. We'll run it in center feed configuration and we'll just put a ORB fitting on the end of this fuel rail over here. I am one ORB fitting short, so I'll hit up Acuity right away and get a matching Acuity one that matches this side. That way we're all Acuity'd out. Now, like I said, I'll reach out to Acuity and get the matching one as soon as possible. In their defense, they were sending me about 20 items, so the fact that all they forgot was a little ORB fitting is something that I cannot be mad at whatsoever. So this black one will suffice in the meantime. All right, looking good, eh?
Away from here. All I want is you.
All right, let's go for a test ride. So far, I just want to make a couple of notes. Note one is that everything's installed. Fuel rail, shifter bushings, shift knob, little shift charm that you may or may not be able to see, and the base plate. It looks incredible. Just want to make that very abundantly clear right off the bat. It looks incredible. How will it drive? We're about to find out. Acuity 2-way adjustable short shifter for K-swap Honda Civics. RSX base plate, RSX cables. Let's see how it does. I am a huge fan of my setup in my 8th gen, so this is gonna have to be pretty good for me to like it more than that. Especially for how long the shift rod is. It's like such a tall shifter, which I love. I love tall shifters, especially on an EK. Like, the shifter is always so far away on these things for some reason. Oh, that's nice, guys. Right off the bat, guys, this shifter, it's very tight. You guys are gonna notice that. It is not a floppy shifter like the stock one. It's a very tight, very connected shifting experience. I would say brand new out of the box, it is like exceptionally tight. Quit commenting pause, I swear. With that being said, if you like a tight shifter, this is gonna be right up your alley. If you don't like a tight shifter, that's okay, because my 8th gen started out the same way. It started out, my 8th gen Acuity 3-way adjustable short shifter started out very, very tight. But as I drove the car, it started to loosen up and become a little bit more comfortable. I mean, man, it feels nice. It's so much better to drive than that stock shifter. My God. All gears grab nicely so far. Its auto centering is obviously really on point because it is so tight. Let's see if I can hit a quick 2nd to 3rd here. Let's see how that feels. Feels really good, boys. Feels really good. Dude, whoever's buying this car is gonna be so psyched on the Acuity upgrades, no joke. They're so mint. All right, so that's enough about the shifter. What do I think about the shift knob? So the Poco, it's an extreme low mounted shift knob, meaning that it's drilled almost all the way to the top. So the threads of this shift rod are pretty much all the way up into the Poco. Like I said, I like a tall shifter, so the Poco kind of defeats that a little bit with this because it threads on really low, so it sits really low. If I had Acuities like Esco on this, it would probably sit, you know, a good few inches higher, which is typically where I like it. But what I will say is this shift rod is so long already that the Poco actually puts this shift knob at like the perfect height. Like my arm is on the center console, on the shifter, perfectly comfortable. I love the black anodizing from Acuity. I said that earlier, but I think Acuity has probably the best black anodizing in the game, maybe anodizing period. It's beautiful. Love the little turbo charm. That's the Boosted John touch right there. I might even initial it with a Sharpie just for whoever gets it. That's my little Boosted John flare. It just looks so good, guys. And lastly, the shifter bushings. Those things are also freaking awesome. They basically make the end of the shift less squishy. When you bang into the next gear and you hit that wall where the shifter stops, you know, it feels like a more firm wall instead of like a mushy suggestion of where the shift ends. It's also an awesome upgrade. You really can't go wrong. I will say, guys, even before I started working with Acuity, Acuity was always a company that like I strived to one day own their products on my cars. And so I always thought that they had an extremely high quality finish and an extremely high quality like just brand in general. Like I love Acuity's aesthetic, I love their branding, I love their materials, I love their attention to detail and their quality control, not even to mention their packaging is always on point. Like Acuity just absolutely nails it with that like small batch coffee vibe company for car parts. I can't say enough good things about this setup. It feels incredible, it looks incredible, and I'm psyched to put some miles on it before we get this thing sold. Links to all these products in the description down below. As I said, let me know in the comments down below if you end up picking any of these up. Let's hit the road. Thank you guys for watching. Quick update for you if you're still here and you're wondering what the state of this car is, even though it had the electrical issues in the previous episode, which is actually after I filmed this episode. Anyway, I sent the ECU out. I'm getting a new ECU with the K-Pro. It's all getting flopped around. Anyway, it's on its way back right now. So it shipped back yesterday. I should have it. It's the weekend now. I should have it early next week, and I should be able to put it in this car and test and see if that fixes the issue. I'm pretty sure I fried the ECU. So this car is going to be on hold, just sitting here for another couple of days. When I get the ECU back, I'll throw it in. I'll take it out for some testing, make sure it's doing good, put a ton of miles on it with the new setup. And then I just got to get the hood that I have for it to fit, because I don't think it's going to clear the RBC intake manifold without trimming some of the inside of the skeleton. The hood will not match. It's a black hood, but it is an OEM Honda hood. It'll just come with it mostly so that there is a hood that can go on this car in case it rains. But this car is set up right now with a mismatched hood, mostly to be run without a hood. So if you are interested in purchasing this car, just know that it will come with a hood. So that way you can drive it on the street at all times, but it will be a mismatched color. This thing's very close to being ready. I'll leave my phone number on the screen here. If you're interested in purchasing this vehicle, feel free to reach out. It will not be cheap because it is so nice. So serious inquiries only, please. And lastly, I guess last update here, I fixed the EG. So I took the EG out last night to a car meet, took it out for a bunch of rips, highway pole stuff. It was running way too rich, so it wasn't pulling too good. But I just updated the tune today and it should be way better. Anyway, that's the Boosted John Life World update. Almost done. Done. 8th gen, not even close. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one, boys. Again, if you want to pick up any of these Acuity products you saw in this video, feel free, link in the description down below. I love them all. You guys know I love Acuity. They've taken care of me and their products are freaking sweet. Anyone that has purchased anything from Acuity is always happy. So links down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Boosted John. We deserve nothing. Earn everything, baby.
All I want is you. All I want is you. I want you.